Leaving home for the first time can be very, very confusing for a lot of people, and a lot of people aren't ready for it. When you first leave home, you don't realize how good you have it at your house. You have parents take care of everything for you, do all your laundry, your dishes, they pay the utilities, they pay everything. And then even do dishes, coming home to a cooked meal every night. I thought I was ready to move out because I thought my parents were annoying. I would love to be back in their house and not paying rent, not paying utilities, not paying for my own groceries, not paying for everything I have to do, truck insurance, car insurance, health insurance. And here are some examples. When you pay your bills to get everything put in your name, you have to have deposits. You have to have all kinds of stuff. And then you have to make sure that you pay them on time each week, or each month actually. If you don't pay them, then you get your stuff cut off. And you can't live a normal life if you have your stuff cut off all the time. You can't do schoolwork, you can't bathe. They don't just slap you on the wrist and tell you you've done a bad job like your parents would at home. They come out and unplug your cable, turn your power off, cut your water off. One of the bigger differences when you move out is having to buy your own groceries. When you live at home, you don't really pay for groceries. Your parents cook in most cases. They buy all the groceries. You help out here and there, but for the most part, they take care of all of it. It's very nerve-wracking when you get your paycheck and you have to go buy a bunch of groceries out of it. You never know what all you're going to need. It's kind of tough to know that. So you make a big list and you get most everything, but you always forget stuff. And if you're on a budget, you can't afford to miss stuff. It's one of the other disadvantages of living on your own and not with your parents. One of the big issues other than that is, like power bills and stuff like that. Right here is my power bill. It is in my name, and it's not fun to pay. You have all this stuff you have to pay just to stay afloat, just to live. That doesn't count all the chores you have to do on your own that you were used to your parents doing. Like my parents, they did the majority of the dishes. They cooked all the meals. They did everything. They cut the grass. And now living with my girlfriend, when I come home from work at 9 o'clock at night, I have to, help cook dinner. Then after that, it doesn't end there. Then I have to, do dishes. And, you have to go make sure you have clean laundry for the next day of work. And then, after that, you have to go to bed. And then you have to worry about getting up the next morning. You don't have your parents come in and waking you up. Say, hey, and it's time to get up. You got to go to class. You got to go to work. It doesn't work like that anymore. You have to do it all on your own. And then you have all the responsibilities, especially if you buy your own house instead of renting. If a pipe busts, you have to fix it. If the washing machine quits, you have to buy a new one. Unless your parents aren't there to fix it. You have to cut all your own grass. Everything, which I enjoy cutting grass, that's fine. But then you move on to even bigger things like paying taxes on your land or your house. It's due so many times a year, and you have to pay it, or the IRS and the city looking for you. And it's just so much tougher being out on your own than living with your parents, just because there's so many responsibilities and a certain level of maturity that you have to achieve that a lot of people aren't ready for. It's not just taking care of the bills. It's just being able to take care of yourself. The bills you pay, that's all. Taking care of yourself, that's a whole different maturity level that you have to achieve, and a lot of people don't get it, and that's why they end up back home with their parents is because they don't get the maturity level they need. And that's why I would actually suggest staying at home and for as long as you can, because living on your own, it's fun, you have a good time, but at the end of the day, you still have all these different responsibilities that you're not used to having, like, once again, my power bill. So I would live at home as long as I can. Don't move out to the last possible minute. There's a lot to learn for everybody. Thank you.